Taurus, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be an Astroflower reading from the 29th of August going through to the 4th of September. We're in Virgo season, your fellow Earth sign. So it could be a good way to sort of like build on those projects and stuff like that. Might be a good time for you to sort of suss things out. If you haven't seen that monthly reading that I put out on Tuesday earlier on this week, go and have a look at it. It's fantastic. I'm going to be doing the signs monthlies on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Your sign will be coming out on Monday. So go and check that out. Let's just see what's going on here. Straight away with the overall energies. This plays into the monthly reading. I think the monthly reading is so significant at the beginning of September that it's playing on every single sign. So there's a lot going on your here and now. And there's a big wave coming through. Can't quite get it yet because this is only the weekly and we got it much more in the monthly. But you can see the first sort of pulling of those sort of waters, as it were. Let's just see what the overall energy sort of says here for you, Taurus. Complicated week, but I think if you keep your head down and focus on your plans, on your longer term plans, it seems to be coming through. It seems to be much more on the business side. On the relationship side, it's a case of just watching and waiting, seeing what's going on around you, observing, as it were. Yeah, you may not feel like 100% that you're in the flow of things because there's a lot of stuff going on in your here and now, basically. So the overall energy is happiness after difficulty. And this is what I'm talking about in the concentrating on your path and stuff like that. And also within your relationship side. I think that's the beginning of the week, just to see how people sort of sit and stand, how your business or your job sits and stands. And that's going to bring a nice bit of sort of happiness by the end of the week. It'll free you up, make you feel a lot more sort of lighter and stuff like that. Okay, so it's, happiness after difficulty. Let's just see what's going on your relationship side, on the karmic message. You seem to be a little bit distracted and with that distraction, then obviously it can become difficult in relationships. So if you're talking to someone and your head is out, your thoughts are elsewhere, you're going to miss what they're saying, and then occasionally you're going to turn around and go, "Pardon, what was that again?" And that's going to make it just a little bit difficult in the relationship. So just to sort of let it flow through. I think it's finding your earth or your water, that is within you. You do have some, because you obviously have Pisces, which is not too far away. So you do have that mutable water, but it mainly comes in on the business sort of side of things. There is a little bit of water that comes in from Cancer as well on this sort of side, and brings in that sort of direction. So I would be dependent upon your family that is around you. Yeah, this is what I mean about headaches. Just walking away from situations that really not really going to worth winning, as it were. So I wouldn't be too concerned with your relationships at the moment. Not necessarily not concerned with them, but just don't put too much weight on them. Don't put too much force on them. Let's see how the universe is trying to influence that sort of karmic message. Changes. Nothing but changes. The shifting ground is changing as what comes through in the beginning part of September. I think for everybody, the collective, it's going to change the way we position ourselves within the world around us. So changes. Wish big, I guess, but try not to just get too distracted in your thoughts. Keep an eye on what's going on around you. Allow those miracles to happen. So if you concentrate on what you're going on around you within your relationships, on the greater goal, as it were, for your relationships, you can allow those little sort of miracles to happen in your life. But don't think too hard on the relationships that are around you, because it will cause you those sort of headaches. It's yeah, don't pin your hopes on things, I think. And this is the case here. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence your karmic message. They're defending you, like, because you might be a little bit distracted and then you're caught up in your business world, because I think that's more than anything else. People may take, pass comments on the fact that you're not really there, and your guides are sort of like trying to organize the situations around you. So coincidences come into play that actually distract those sort of people who want to sort of, knock you down a peg or two, So I think the guides are really trying to help you to defend here with the childish energy of the Page of Wands, with that Page of Wands, it's like learning to use your fire. And you do have a lot of fire at your base. If you go down in the description, there's loads of links down there, but you'll also be able to see your flower and the composition of your flower. And you've got a lot of fire down there. And it's probably asking you here to actually play with it. And that may be coming from the universe here. So having fun is really important. And distracting yourself at the moment would probably be a good idea. And that's how your guides are trying to help you. They're sort of defending you from any sort of confrontation like this that's just going to cause you headaches, that does not worth winning. So let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you, that sort of subconscious side of you. Yeah, they're helping out in the same way. They're saying to you, don't get triggered here. Don't allow people to trigger you, because happiness is the goal. And that's where they're trying to encourage you to move on to. They'll be encouraging you. They'll probably make you think of people that you may not have huge amounts of interaction with, but you enjoy being in their company. And the guides are trying to sort of encourage that within you, that sort of connection with other people. I think this change of direction of connections with other people is going to give you a bit of a change of fortunes in a way, as it says with the Wheel of Fortune. Your guides are trying to sort of open up the possibilities with other people that are around you. Maybe you don't see as much, or you meeting for the first time and enjoying their company. And realizing that, these are the people that I actually want to be around, or this person here is the person I want to be around. And this could be to do with your couple, this could do to do with your friends, your family, and your community. For the relationship side, just avoid being triggered and avoid getting sucked into conversations or sucked into situations that are just going to cause you conflict, distract you from your goals, and make you really frustrated about life. So I would avoid that all costs in a way. Let's just see how's going on your business side, or your money side, your job, and etc. Let that motor tick over. So in the business side, I wouldn't really open new things as such. Start projects. Just make sure all the projects that you're working on are ticking over. It's preparing you for something in the future. So it's a case of if you're going away, make sure you've packed your bags. Then you can then concentrate on your passports or your paperwork that you need and everything like that. It's getting that first stage done so you don't have to worry about it anymore. So on the business side or in your job, I would just concentrate on the little things and make sure things are running smoothly, as it were. Queen of Cups. This ties in, these two here tie into the monthly readings. So if you just organize the basic stuff, it will allow you to free you up and enjoy your work a lot better. And if you've got a little bit of administration to do, if you've got a bit of paperwork that you need to do, or if you need to make sure that those orders are in for the following week, so you don't have to worry about it, and you can open up in other angles within your business or your job or your projects. Let's just see how the universe is trying to guide that, influence that karmic message. They've got almost like boxes, and I think this is where they're trying to help you to organize things. They're almost taking away some of those boxes. So they're taking away sort of illusions or ideas that are nice ideas and probably, you know, could well bring you sort of fruit in the future, but it might be a case where you have to work a lot harder to get what you want in order for them to have success. So the universe is sort of saying, no, we'll put that to one side for the moment. You know, walking away from something. Yeah, I think this is it. The universe is helping you to sort of streamline your business, streamline your projects, streamline your job, to stop you from sort of running from pillar to post, trying to do everything at the moment. And I think that's going to naturally be done by the universe. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence that karmic path or karmic message. They're directing you to the future. They're directing you to the here and now. So apparently in the here and now is where it's going on. There's opportunities to be had in the present that you may not well see coming, but the universe here is trying to encourage this Queen of Cups energy, this spreading of that joy, and spreading of joy of enjoying your work. But in order to do that, you have to have a bit of order in the situation, which you know full well, and allowing your emotions to be there at the base of you, but allow that mental energy to sort of like spread, like almost be infectious of the people around you. So you infect people with your ideas or with your projects or your business or your job. So the guides here are trying to sort of like allow it to flow through. Yeah, they're trying to encourage those victories, and the victories in the here and now, the Ace of Swords, with that clear thinking. Some projects that you may have been working on for a long time will be coming to real fruition. Let's just see what's going on with the guides above there. How they trying to influence that, the conversation that is within you. It's almost like they're giving you a bird's eye view of the situation. If you sort out the basic stuff and walk away from certain things, recognize that the universe is trying to encourage you to streamline a few things. All of a sudden, you're going to see the whole sort of thing a lot clearer, a little bit like a bird or a royal buzzard that's floating, that's flying in the sky that can see a grey area. That's what your guides are trying to help you to do here. 9 of Swords. Talk about the birds flying high. If you do this, you're going to sort of eliminate the worries for the future. Certainly if you've crossed the T's and dot the I's, you're going to get a lot of happiness that's going to come through, really. And the guides are trying to eliminate that stress and strain by giving you a view of the larger picture of where you're going. And you can just concentrate on it and keep going. And this is what I'm saying at the beginning of it. It's keeping on that path, not getting distracted too much. Okay, let's just see what the overall outcome is and the energy coming in for next week. Authority. I think this is what's going to make you happy. Recognition of, yes, Taurus, you've done well. Taurus, you've done, you've stuck to your path, you've worked hard, you're starting to get the results, and it will almost seem like there's an appreciation by the people around you. It could tie into that Wheel of Fortune as well, new people that you're looking into. On the business side of things, how's that tie into it? It's keeping an eye on that longer term plan, that seeing that view of that longer term plan, I think is really important. Not getting caught up in the complications of the of distraction that will take you off of your path. And if you sort out that foundation, do that administration, get those boxes in order, then it's going to make life a lot easier for you. Yeah, it's 7 of Wands, so you're going to start feeling your power by the end of the week. And I think that's where the happiness comes in. This is a difficult week for you by the looks of things. It's only a week, and we all have them. You can't just run away from them. So this is the thing about the Astroflower. It tries to encourage you to get the best out of any situation. And if you can concentrate on the little things within your business and make sure everything's running smoothly, it's going to provide you in a position in the future of a position of force on your relationship side. I think it's a case of not being triggered by some people that may be looking to trigger you, but also is opening up to new relationships that are around you. Don't necessarily think this is concerned with couple. Obviously, it can be for some of you, but I think it's more of a case of how you get into the relationship with your friends, your community, your family, but also within your couple to see how how you go forward. And I just wouldn't get too pulled into sort of controversial conversations, because it may trigger you a little bit too much. They're not worth winning. They're not worth winning. You've got other fish to fry by the looks of it. Okay, there you go, Taurus. There is loads of links in the description below. There's a link also to our sister channel on Cymatic TV. You can go and check all of those things out there. There is also a link to your book, the Taurus Astroflower. In the meantime, Taurus, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.